If you're stuck overthinking your brand, or you feel like you've been planning forever but not launching, or maybe you're going through the motions but feel creatively stunted, here's what's really happening. You're not blocked, you're just refusing to plant seeds. And the Empress card has something to say about it. So welcome back to Tarot for World Building. We've walked through the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and now we've arrived at card 3, the Empress. And if the previous cards were about beginning the journey, gathering your tools, listening to your intuition, the Empress is about what happens when you start creating. Not perfecting, not polishing, but just creating. The Empress is abundance, fertility, creativity, nature, nurturing, growth. She is the mother archetype. She's lush, overflowing. Everything is growing. Everything's alive. It is not controlled. It is not manicured. It is wild abundance. And the Empress doesn't ask like, is this good enough to share? She says, what wants to be born through me today? And that's the energy that we need. Here's what I see all the time. Creators spend months perfecting like one offer, one piece of content, one funnel, and then they launch into a void and wonder why it didn't work. But the Empress doesn't work that way. She is prolific. She creates, she tests, she nurtures, she lets things grow. She plants seeds, not knowing which ones will even sprout, but enough of those will. And in brand terms, this means creating content consistently and not waiting for everything to be flawless. Testing, not agonizing, nurturing your audience through genuine connection and letting your brand evolve as a living ecosystem. Like a gardener doesn't plant one seed and pray it grows. She plants dozens, tends to them, learns what thrives in that soil, adapts, and makes changes for the next season. Now, the Empress in balance knows that you can be abundant and have boundaries. You can be generative and sustainable. You can nurture others and also yourself. So let's talk about the Empress energy and how you can make this work in your brands. What wants to be born through your brand right now? Not what you think you should create, but what actually is ready to emerge. Where are you waiting for permission to be prolific? What would it look like to create more, test more, share more without waiting for perfection? And how are you nurturing the audience? Are you just showing up to sell, or are you creating a space where people feel cared for? Where are you giving from depletion instead of overflow? And what needs to change so that you can have sustainable generosity? And if you want to build a brand that's abundant, alive, and sustainable, then comment Empress and I will send you the details on how to work with me.